Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ansuvan Matthew and I'm a registered pharmacist. So it is 31st of May today and this day is observed as the World No Tobacco Day. I thought of talking about this topic because I have seen many times the younger generation, especially the teenagers, are so much addicted to the use of tobacco. It can be like any forms, like it could be cigarettes or BDs or snuff or like whether they can chew. So I've seen personally many times that the teenagers are so much addicted to the use of tobacco. So these young generation are the future of our community and also the future of our country. So it is very important to lead them in the right path. So I would like to share some information regarding the ill effects on health because of the use of tobacco. So tobacco is the product of the fresh leaves of nicotiana plants. It is used in cigarettes, cigars, hand rolling tobacco, BDs, chewing tobacco, snuff, gutka, and many other forms. Medical research had already made it clear long back that tobacco use increases the likelihood of many diseases, including the heart attacks, stroke, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease abbreviated as COPD, emphysema, and many forms of cancer. So the World No Tobacco Day is celebrated every year on 31st of May to raise awareness on the harmful and deadly effects of tobacco and also to draw attention to the health problems that tobacco use can cause and discourage the use of tobacco in any form. India is the second largest consumer of tobacco globally with approximately 1/6 of the world's tobacco-related deaths. The tobacco epidemic is one of the major health problems in the world, killing more than 7 million people each year. More than 6 million of those deaths are the result of direct tobacco use, while around 890,000 deaths are the result of non-smokers being exposed to second-hand smoke. So what are the effects of tobacco on human health? Tobacco smoking is the leading cause of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, that is the COPD. It is a condition in which there is buildup of pus-filled mucus in the lungs, which is resulting in painful cough and breathing difficulties. The risk of COPD is particularly high among individuals who start smoking at a younger age. Tobacco use also exacerbates asthma. So early smoking cessation is the most effective treatment for slowing the progression of COPD and improving asthma symptoms. Infants exposed in utero to tobacco smoke toxins through maternal smoke or maternal exposure to secondhand smoke frequently experience reduced lung growth and function. Young children exposed to secondhand smoke are at high risk of the onset and exacerbation of asthma, pneumonia, and bronchitis, and also frequent lower respiratory tract infections. Smokers are at high risk of cardiovascular diseases, that is, diseases related to the heart. Smokers have triple the risk of heart attacks than non-smokers. Like smoking just 8 cigarettes a day doubles one's heart attack risk. Light smokers who give up smoking return to normal non-smoking risk of heart attack after 3 to 5 years. Heavy smokers who give up smoking still have 22% higher heart attack risk 20 years after they quit. Tuberculosis, that is TB, is a disease in which there is damage of lungs and there will be reduction in the lung function. So this condition can be further exacerbated by the tobacco smoking. Like about 1/4 of the world's population has latent TB, that is making them at risk of developing the active disease. So people who smoke are twice as likely to fall ill with TB. Studies also state that tobacco, weed, or alcohol gives momentary feel good or high factor, but people who does these on a regular basis are more prone to depression, fatigue, paranoia, and despair. So as we all know, tobacco smoking is the primary cause for lung cancer, responsible for over 2/3 of lung cancer deaths globally. Second-hand smoke exposure at home or in workplace also increases the risk of lung cancer. quitting smoking can reduce the risk of lung cancer. After 10 years of quitting smoking, risk of lung cancer falls to about half that of a smoker. So the short-term health risks include stained teeth, periodontal diseases including tooth loss, chronic coughing, increased phlegm, emphysema and bronchitis, and also bad breath and reduced sense of smell. And the long-term risk include increased risk for heart diseases, increased risk for chronic lung diseases, and also the risk for lung and other cancers. So the list doesn't end with cancer. There are many more diseases associated with the use of tobacco. Tobacco kills up to half of its users. So the theme for World No Tobacco Day 2020 is protecting youth from industry manipulation and preventing them from tobacco and nicotine use. How can you resist the craving for the tobacco use? Nothing like self-determination. Remind yourself regarding the ill effects of tobacco use. Write down or say out loud the reasons you want to stop smoking and resist the tobacco cravings. Try with the nicotine replacement therapy after the consultation with your doctor. Avoid triggers like the urge for the tobacco use are likely to be strongest in certain situations, like when you feel stressed or so on. So identify your trigger situation and have a plan in place to avoid them entirely or get through them without using tobacco. If you feel like you are going to give into your tobacco craving, tell yourself that you must wait 10 more minutes and then do something to distract yourself for that period of time. These simple tricks may be enough to derail your tobacco craving. Do physical activities and also practice relaxation techniques. And also counseling interventions greatly improve the quitting rates. Each day, around 1,000 kids younger than 18 years of age become new daily smokers. More than a third of all kids who ever try smoking a cigarette become daily smokers before leaving high school. The addiction rates for smoking is higher than the addiction rates for marijuana, alcohol, or cocaine. Symptoms of nicotine addiction often occur only weeks or even just days after youth experimentation with smoking first begins. And 90% of smokers begin at or before the age of 18. In order to maintain a good health, you need to eat healthy, feel healthy, and on top of it, you should not have any addiction to those products that are harmful to your health. These products that give you pleasure for a while, but these are the only product that will take your life away. Your life is in your hand, so make it worth. So say no to tobacco. So stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. Thank you for listening.